The land of the dead. In the land of the dead, Odysseus seeks to learn of his destiny. The source of his information is Tiresias, the famous blind prophet from the city of Thebes. The prophet's lack of external sight suggests the presence of true insight. Circe has told Odysseus exactly what rites he must perform to bring Tiresias up from the dead. Odysseus continues his story. Then I addressed the blurred and breathless dead, vowing to slaughter my best heifer for them before she calved at home in Ithaca, and burn the choice bits on the altar fire. As for Tiresias, I swore to sacrifice a black lamb, handsomest of our flock. Thus, to assuage the nations of the dead, I pledged these rites, then slashed the lamb in you, letting their black blood stream into the well pit. Now the souls gathered, stirring out of Erebus, brides and young men, and men growing old in pain, and tender girls whose hearts were new to grief. Many were there, too, torn by brazen lance heads, battle-slain, bearing still their bloody gear. From every side they came and sought the pit with rushing cries, and I grew sick with fear. But presently I gave command to my officers to flay those sheep the bronze cut down, and make burnt offerings of flesh to the gods below, to sovereign death, to pale Persephone. Persephone or Persephoron, different ways to pronounce it. Meanwhile, I crouched with my drawn sword to keep the surging phantoms from the bloody pit, till I should know the presence of Tiresias. Soon from the dark that prince of Thebes came forward, bearing a golden staff, and he addressed me. Son of Laertes and the gods of old, Odysseus, master of landways and seaways, why leave the blazing sun, O man of woe, to see the cold dead in the joyless region? Stand clear, put up your sword, let me but taste of blood, I shall speak true. At this I stepped aside, and in the scabbard let my long sword ring home to the pommel silver, as he bent down to the somber blood. Then spoke the prince of those with gift of speech. Great captain, a fair wind and the honey lights of home are all you seek, but anguish lies ahead. The God who thunders on the land prepares it, not to be shaken from your track, implacable, not, in ransom for the son whose eyes you blinded. So this would be Polyphemus, right? One narrow strait may take you through his blows, denial of yourself, restraint of shipmates, when you make landfall on Thrinacia. First, and quit the violet sea, dark of the land, you'll find the gazing herds of Helios, by whom all things are seen, all speech is known. Avoid those kind, hold fast to your intent, and hard seafaring brings you all to Ithaca. But if you raid the beavers, I see destruction for ship and crew. I see destruction for ship and crew, though you survive alone. Bereft of all companions, lost for years, under strange sails shall you come home, to find your own house filled with trouble, insolent men eating your livestock as they court your lady. Aye, you shall make those men atone in blood, but after you have dealt out death, in open combat or by stealth, to all the suitors, go overland on foot, and take an oar until one day you come where men have lived with meat unsalted, never known the sea, nor seen sea-going ships with crimson bows and oars that fledge light hulls from dripping flight. The spot will soon be plain to you, and I can tell you how. Some passerby will say, "What winnowing fan is that upon your shoulder?" Halt and implant your smooth oar in the turf, and make fair sacrifice to Lord Poseidon, a ram, a bull, a great buck boar. Turn back and carry out pure hecatombs at home, and all wide heaven's lords, the undying gods, to each in order. Then a sea-born death, soft as this hand of mist, will come upon you when you are wearied out with rich old age, and your country folk in blessed peace around you, and all this shall be as I foretell it. From Book 11.